Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to learn about dialog boxes in JavaScript. Dialog boxes are also called pop-up boxes and they are used to convey or take any message from a user. Now, if you're wondering what's a pop-up, then let me show you an example. If I click on this button, a pop-up box opens. Now, these are custom boxes and they are created with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But the window object in JavaScript provides us a few built-in pop-up boxes as well. Now, they may not look as fancy as this one, but they get the work done. There are three types of these dialog boxes and they are called alert, confirm and prompt. So now one by one, let's take a detailed look at each of these three dialog boxes. Let's start by taking a look at the alert box. So alert boxes are used to alert a user about any kind of information on the website. And to use any dialog box, we just have to name the box, use the parenthesis, and then put our message inside the parenthesis. And we have to use double quotes here. So let's just say you, not Yoi, you are an awesome person. And if I save and go back to my browser, and if I refresh, you will see we have a pop-up that says you are an awesome person. And if you want, we can change the text here. Let's say you are an awesome YouTuber. If I save and refresh here, you will see this message says you are an awesome YouTuber. So that's how alert boxes work in JavaScript. Now let's take another example for alert boxes and make this one a bit complex. So let's create a variable a and give it a value of 7. Let's create another variable b, give it a value of 8. And then let's add a and b and store its value in a variable c. Then I will comment out this alert and save. And I'll create a new alert which will say the sum of the two numbers is, then we'll use our c variable, and if I save, you will see we get the sum in the pop-up. The sum of the two numbers is 15 and 8 plus 7 is 15. So you saw that we can also use variables inside the alert boxes. Now after alert, let's take a look at the confirm boxes. So for that first, I will comment out this code. I will not delete it because I want you to have reference to it. Now confirm boxes are used to confirm or verify anything from the user. They basically get two options to choose from. They can either click OK or they can click cancel. So it's better if I just show you. So we'll use the confirm keyword, use our parenthesis, then double quotes, and let's say is your channel, okay, I cannot spell channel, is your channel name UDKWTF. I will save, and you can see we have a new box here, and now we have two options to choose from. We can either click OK or we can click cancel. So yes, my channel name is UDKWTF. It's actually UDKWTF Academy, but let's click OK and the box disappears. So what happens is if a user clicks OK, the box returns true, or if we click cancel, it returns false. And then we can create multiple functionality based on those true or false values here. But that's pretty much all the use case of confirm boxes. And after confirm boxes, let's take a look at the prompt box, which is kind of the most important out of these three. So let me first comment this out. Again, not deleting it because I want you to have reference to the code. Now, if we talk about prompt boxes, they are used to get any input from a user before entering the page. The box displays them a message and it's up to them if they want to enter any input or just press cancel. And let's see an example of prompt boxes. So I'll just use the prompt keyword, parenthesis, semicolon. Let's ask for their name. So I'll say, please enter your name. And if I save, you see we get an input box here, and this box is called prompt box. So I can just enter my name here, Durgesh, and click OK. So that's how prompt boxes work. Now you saw that we are entering a value, but we are not doing it with anything with it. So to use the value, we need to store it somewhere, right? And for that, we use variables. So what we can do is create another prompt box. So let's just comment out this one, and I'll create another prompt. And this time let's ask for the age. Enter your age. If I save, you can see we get another input box, but again we have same issue. We are not storing the value anywhere. So I'll press cancel this time, and then create a variable called age and equate it to my prompt box. And now if I save and if I enter any value, let's say 20, and click OK, the value is now stored in this variable, and we can just take a look by logging it to the console. Let's save, and okay, we need to enter the value again. So let's enter 15 this time, and if I press OK and open my console, the shortcut for opening the console is F12. You see we have 15 here, and we can check this again. I'll close the console, refresh the page. Now let's enter 75, click OK, open the console, and you can see that we have 75 here. So that's how prompt boxes work. So now that we know how to use all these three boxes, let's use all of them together one final time. So I'll close the console, comment out all this code. And now what I'll do is I'll create two new variables. First one will be called first name, and we'll ask for the first name using our prompt box. Enter first name. Okay, I cannot spell anything. Then I'll copy it, and we'll just change the second variable to last name. Enter last name. Again, we are using the prompt box. And now we can save and see what we have right now. And I'll save. So you see we get the first box which says enter first name. I can click cancel. Then we have another one that says enter last name. So you saw that we can have multiple dialog boxes one after the other, and we would not have any issue. So now let's continue our final program. So after these two, I'll create another variable which will ask for the age, and again we'll use a prompt box. Let's say enter age. So we have used prompt 3 times. Now let's use a confirm box. So I'll use confirm, and let's ask, are you really? Let's put a space, use the age variable, and then again let's use the string, are you really? Age years old, and a question mark. And after confirm, let's finally use the alert one too, and this will be a bit long. So let's see what we have. So we can write, okay, your okay, I cannot spell. Your name is, then we use the first name and last name variable, first name plus an empty space, then last name, then again a space, and you are space, age, again a space, years old. So before I save, let me explain what we are doing. So first we are asking for the first name from the user and storing it in the variable first name. Then we ask for their last name and using the prompt box and store it in the variable last name. We do the same thing for the age, and now we have all these three variables for the prompt box. Then we use the confirm box to ask them, are you really age years old? So suppose if they enter their age as 12, so we are asking, are you really 12 years old? Then after prompt and confirm, we finally display the message using the alert box, and the message will be your name is whatever their first name is, then whatever their last name is. So suppose your name is John Doe and you are, if their age is 20 years old. So let's save and test everything. So enter your first name. I will enter Durgesh. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so we cannot zoom in for the boxes. So I will enter, hope you can see that. I will enter Durgesh for the first name. Click OK. Enter your last name. Let's go with a short one, Kumar. Let's click OK. Enter age. My age is 20. I will click OK. Then we will get the confirm box now. So you can see it is confirming, are you really 20 years old? When I click OK, we will see the alert box. So I click OK and we have our message right here. Your name is Durgesh Kumar and you are 20 years old. So I'll click OK one final time. And so this was how you can use dialog boxes in JavaScript. Now, once again, they're not used that often anymore. But if you are working on a small project, these can come in really handy. And that's all I have for you today. Please leave a like if you learned anything from this video and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you for watching and have a good day.